Good evening, my friends. Have you had a wonderful day? Has it been a long day? Are you ready for bed, but the mind just won't quite shut off? Let's do a few yin poses and see if we can start to slow down, stretch out, and sleep well. Make yourself comfortable on your mat. Legs can be folded up underneath you, or they can be extended out in front. Bring hands to heart center. Take arms out to the side. Take a nice inhale as you lift arms up overhead. Let your palms touch. And exhale the hands down to the heart. Don't be in any rush right now. 2 more times, taking those arms out to the side. Inhale, lift arms overhead. And exhale, hands back down. 1 more, arms out to the side. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. Good deal. Allow that left hand to come down to the floor. Take that right arm up overhead. Walk that left hand away from the body as you lean into it and stretch the right side of your body. Get as much space between your right fingers and your right hip as possible. Take another breath. And as you exhale, rise back up. Let that right hand come to the floor and left arm goes overhead. Walk the right hand away from you. Lean into that hand and take a C curve off to the right, stretching the left side. You probably haven't done this at all today, have you? Take another breath. With your exhale, rise back up. Let that left hand float down. Let's get a little twist in here. Bring the right hand to the top of the left knee. Left hand goes back behind you. Gaze goes over that left shoulder. Hold it. Release that twist coming back around to the front. Let's take that to the other side. Left hand to the right knee, right hand back behind you, twisting around to the right. Hold your twist. Take another breath. And release that coming back around to the front. I hope you're slowing down already. Extend both legs out in front of you. Feet can be as close together, maybe a little bit wider apart, kind of like you were standing up. Sweep both arms up overhead. As you exhale, begin to fold the hands towards the legs. Now, if you haven't folded at all today, you may not go far at all. You may not go far at all regardless. Maybe this first part of the pose, you just rest your hands on your shins, maybe the sides of the legs. Hold here. We're going to be here for several breaths. Feel what you feel in the lower back. Feel what you feel in the hamstrings, behind the legs. Maybe it's a pleasant sensation. Maybe the body is happy to stretch. Maybe the body is arguing with you. We're not going to judge it. We're just taking in this information. Oh, wow, my back is tight. Maybe that's why I haven't been sleeping well. Oh, my hamstrings are tight. Maybe that's why my legs have been cramping at night. Take another breath. With your exhale, can you fold a little deeper? Maybe let the chin start to come down to the chest. Let the weight of the head pull you down a little more. You might feel that your breathing becomes restricted. That's okay. You're compressing your chest. You're compressing the lungs. Simple, shallow breaths are fine. Maybe with your next exhale, the hands come towards the feet or toes. So now we're stretching out the shoulders and the upper back. We're increasing the intensity in the hamstrings. Relax your thighs. You've probably tensed them up. Let go of your kneecaps. And now with every little exhale, is the body willing to fold a little bit more? Maybe the arms begin to sink down. Maybe the head sinks a little more. Would your hands like to take a different grip on the feet now? Sometimes I find if I grab the outsides of my feet, it changes the intensity of the hamstring stretch. And again, with every exhale, you might fold a little more, and you might not. Let's take 4 more breaths here. If you are holding your feet, release that grip and bring hands to the sides of the legs. Use your hands and arms to begin to push the upper body back upright. Are you sleepy yet? All right, then let's do another pose. If you've got blocks close by, they might be helpful in this next one. Allow both legs to go wide, taking them as wide as is comfortable for you. And once you've got them out wide, allow hands to rest on the thighs or on the floor in front of you, or if you've got your blocks close by, maybe they rest on the blocks. Relax your glute muscles. I'll bet you've tensed them up. Is the inner thigh starting to scream? That's okay. I would expect it. Just feel what you feel. Let the body send you all the love or hate messages that it wants to. We're just taking in this information. Yes, calves, I know you're angry. Yes, inner thighs, I know you're stretching. Yes, lower back, you're stretching as well. Yes, shoulders, I know that you've been tense all day. Now let's begin to take a forward fold from here. If you want to just shift the shoulders forward, sometimes the added weight change creates enough stretch on the inner thigh to make the body content. Sometimes we can use our blocks and rest our arms on them, and that can take a lot of the pressure off the lower back and off the shoulders. We're going to hold here. You're going to keep breathing. You're going to keep taking in your messages from your body. Relax your kneecaps. Relax the ankles. I would encourage you to not be forcing anything right now. Remember, we're dialing down. We've been forcing this whole day along. Let's just let the rest of the evening kind of develop itself a little more organically. 3 more breaths here, and then we're going to fold a little deeper. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, maybe change your blocks to a lower setting and begin to fold a little deeper. Ooh, that feels nice. Over my years of yoga, I have learned that if I let the body take things slowly, it's usually more cooperative and it'll go a little deeper than what I was expecting. But if I instantly ask the body to fold as deep as it can and go as hard as it can and stretch as much as it can, that's usually whenever I get injuries. Long, slow, and deep is the best way when it comes to yin classes like this. If you'd like to take the hands to the insides of the legs and almost push the legs out, that can change the sensation. Feels pretty good, I think. Three more breaths here. And yeah, we're going lower. But of course, only if it's for your body. If this is the as far as you can fold, that's okay. Stay right here. And now if you're using blocks, take them to their very lowest setting. Or if you've decided you don't need them anymore, move the blocks completely and fold onto the forearms. Or hands can come out to the ankles. Let the chest start to approach the floor. You have an option of taking the chin to the chest and rounding the spine, or keeping the spine straight. Your body, your choice. I know you're a busy person, and I know you've been going all day long. Now is the time to resist that temptation and just let things happen slowly. The body's been asking for this type of rest. The body's been wanting to stretch, but it has obediently done what you've asked it to do. Now let's honor the body and go slow. On your next exhale, can you fold any deeper? Four more breaths here. Be patient. Wherever you are, bring the hands under the chest and begin to push the body away from the floor. Good job. Allow both feet to come back in front of you. You can make all the noises you want to. Oh boy. All right, so we have taken the hips in two different positions so far. Let's add a really good stretch to it. We're going to do some inner rotation. You've got two options here. You can bend the right knee and pull that right heel up under your hips for half saddle. Looks effortless, huh? If this is not available to you because of your hip or your knee or any other configuration, you can always just take the leg a little bit out to the side and rotate the big toe down towards the floor. You're going to get the same effect in the hip that we're aiming for. I enjoy having the leg folded and up underneath me. Half saddle. Sometimes I find it helpful to have a block on the opposite side of my leg that's bent because I'm short and I have short arms. Another good way to use your tools. Just bring the floor up to my level. I hope you're feeling a wonderful stretch in the thigh. Your right hip is probably not on the floor or it's barely grazing the floor. That's fine. I enjoy placing my hand on the block and on my ankle and lifting my spine up. I don't mind the pressure on my ankle, and it helps to create that traction that I'm looking for to separate all the vertebrae from each other. It feels good on the lower back. But again, if this is not available to your body, that's okay. Let's take about 4 or 5 more breaths here. You know, whenever we stretch the body like this, I'm sure you know that it releases endorphins. Those endorphins can help to slow you down, make you feel less pain, less agitation. That's going to help your sleep. One more breath. Can never get enough of them, can we? All right, lean over to the left side a little bit and let that right leg extend out in front of you. Oh, wow. That release is fabulous. I'm going to bring my block over to the other side. And I'm going to bend this left knee and pull this left ankle up under my left hip. Again, if that's not available to you, maybe one side is and one isn't, just take the leg off to the side and allow that big toe to rotate down. But I'm going to bend my knee and pull my heel up under my hip. Totally different sensation on this side. As I let the body relax into this pose, I'm finding that I need to release my right thigh. I tensed it up. And I know that my right big toe on this side gets angry when it comes in contact with the floor like this. Must be that family bunion that we have. Hopefully your breaths can be long, slow, and deep. Let the belly expand out. And as we're sitting here together, and maybe you want to do these exercises again tomorrow night, let me encourage you to start offering the body even more assistance. Is there a nice candle you could burn? Maybe have your diffuser going with some calming oils. That can always help you to sleep. Maybe placing some music in your earbuds. It takes the body time to calm down. We can't really expect it to go from 60 miles an hour to a complete halt in just a few minutes. A few more breaths here. I'm going to start to put pressure on my right hand and my left hand on my ankle. extending my spine so that I get that wonderful release in my lower back. You always know you're doing the body some good when the body voluntarily takes a deep breath. You were either holding your breath against a thought, a comment, or a situation, or there was the release in the body that now it wants to take a deep breath. Again, just little clues for you. Now rolling over to the right side, begin to extend that left leg out in front of you again. Oh, wow. My knee argued with me a little bit. Just a little clue. All right. 2 more poses, okay? Bring the soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to fall out to the side. This should feel fabulous. The feet can be as close to the body as you want. I enjoy bringing mine in relatively tight. You might want to have the legs extended a little more. Sometimes it's helpful if the hands hold the ankles, gives you a little more support. And you also don't have to use as much leg muscles to keep the legs in. If you want to take this opportunity to take the thumbs and rub the soles of the feet, oh wow, that's nice. Maybe you want to spread the toes. Now let's see if we can fold forward a little bit. It's an option, one you don't have to take. Hands can grab the toes a little tighter, and the upper body can incline forward. Long, slow, deep breaths. And maybe with your next exhale, the body wants to incline a little more forward. Maybe not. Now, sometimes I have found that if I take my blocks, I just love blocks, don't I? One of my favorite tools. I can place my blocks on my knees and my arms on my blocks and push my knees down a little more. Ooh, that's nice. Just depends upon what the body's asking for. My inner leg and the top of my thighs really want this deep stretch, so I am pushing down. If yours don't, then don't put any pressure on them. And maybe just allow the chin to come down towards the chest. And rounding the spine, you can extend it. And hold here. Now beginning to lift back up again. Remove whatever tools you have. Extend the legs out long. Now it's time for Shavasana, or this would be the perfect time for you to just go slide into bed under the covers and drift off to sleep. lying on the spine. Feet are as close together or as far apart as you choose. Take a cleansing breath with me, inhaling deeply through the nose. Open the mouth and let that go. Sleep well, my friend.